Let's keep this simple. Snowboard cross, often called border cross, is a sport which has earned and lives up to its reputation for chaos and madness. The format is simple but unforgiving, knockout racing, where there are no second chances. In each heat, 6 riders launch themselves from the top of the mountain, all vying to reach the bottom first, and along the way, they tackle each other as well as cambered turns, a variety of jumps, challenging berms, rollers, sudden drops, and undulating terrain. Failure to finish is a common outcome, and injuries are all too familiar to those who take part. This sport just doesn't care who you are or how good you are. Achieving glory is no easy feat. It is always hard-earned. Hubris is punished. The courses demand respect from top to bottom. Conquer it, and for some, a single victory is a career-defining moment and enough to justify sailing off into the sunset. For others, victory can be elusive. The pursuit of triumph can be torturous and a relentless obsession marked by near misses and heartache. Yet sometimes, an athlete shows enough dedication, perseverance, and resilience that the sport rewards them. It offers moments of redemption. This is one of those stories. And this is the Winter Olympics series on the Sporting Almanac podcast.
She does it! It's time to move on and finally put an end to talking about the 2006 Lindsey Jacobellis.
Fantastic.
The penultimate edition.
Who knew there were so many types of snowboarding?
Yeah, back to snowboarding as the Winter Olympics series goes on.
Indeed. Final countdown now.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, it's almost upon us.
Yeah.
Opening ceremony will be mere days away.
Days. Yeah, and I don't know about you, but in the intervening period, I have been watching quite a lot of The Road to Milano Cortina on Discovery Plus over here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. There's been quite a lot on.
I have not been.
Well, if you want some access, because we try and make sport accessible here, Ski Sunday gives you, on BBC, gives you a very nice little run up to the Olympics, and yeah, try that out.
All after a fantastic theme tune. Definitely worth a watch.
Yeah, for sure.
One of the all-time theme tunes.
It is. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. It's very iconic. BBC are good at that with their standing sporting items.
Yeah, Match of the Day, Wimbledon, etc. Grandstand back in the day. We're going off topic.
We are, because we are talking snowboard cross or border X or snowboard X, which is really a cross, but it comes off as an X when you write it down. Yeah.
Or just SBX. Or BX.
Or BX.
If you prefer.
Yeah.
How's it work, Ben?
It's carnage is how it works. Apart from the traditionalist events, which we are, and the flagships, which we're going to be talking about on our final episode, the downhill skiing, I would say this is probably the event that I enjoy, along with ski cross, which is basically the equivalent of this event on skis, the most out of all the events that are held at the Winter Olympics. It's a straight up race, typically 4 to 6 riders in a head-to-head downhill course, and it's not just a slope. Basically, it's jumps, berms, other obstacles. It's like sort of deliberately designed and manipulated snow to make it very challenging. Quite steep bank corners, and probably the biggest obstacle on the course is your competitors
or yourself. In some cases,
or yourself, which we'll get to. But yes,
it's great because it's a race. Anyone can understand it. You don't need to learn the rules particularly. You just watch it, and whoever crosses that line first wins. None of the ski jumping malarkey of points being involved. No points for style here. Just get over that line first.
That's it. It's very pure in that sense. Like, there is no waiting. It's just get to the bottom. There's no subjectivity to this. It's so measurable. All races are, obviously, but this has just got that added layer of excitement because crashes are commonplace. DNF is a respectable place to finish in in a border cross race.
Hey, you've given your all.
Yeah, but that is it, because it's it's a speed race to the bottom, but across, basically almost like an assault course on a snowboard. Like, if you are committed and you are going and you're pushing it and you're on the limit, then there's every possibility that you'll crash out of your own accord, or because someone will clip you, or because you'll misjudge something. It's really fun. It's really fun.
It is, and as the story we will tell soon will shape quite nicely, the favourites don't always win, because bad luck can be at every turn, ill fortune of your own creation, or of simply the creation of luck or decision making, or whatever it may be, can befall even the greatest in the game.
And that is magnified at the Olympics, because you only get 2 or 3 shots at it in your career. So you don't need to be that unlucky to miss out. Like, fate can easily intervene on an Olympic journey.
Indeed. It's even rarer in the Winter Olympics than the Summer Olympics for competitors to go to multiple games, like 4 or 5 games. It really is a young person's sport, the Winter Olympics, or a young person's competition, I should say. And snowboarding, probably more so than most competitions. It's a sport for the young usually, but there are some exceptions to that.
It's because, like, I hadn't really, now that you bring it up, mate, that's a very good point. And I think that's probably, and there'll be more sports science than this, and obviously I'm no expert, but I'm theorizing for you here. The injuries, you don't often get muscular injuries in Winter Olympic sports. I imagine maybe, short track speed skating and stuff, maybe you do. But, like, generally speaking, the injuries that you get are quite traumatic ones. They're quite catastrophic ones. So crashes, like leg breaks, ankle breaks, tailbone breaks, dislocated shoulders, broken collarbones, and if you get a bad one, like, as you say, that could be the marginal difference between you staying at the elite end of the game and having to retire. So that's a great observation.
Yeah. And if you get a really bad one, it could be even worse than that. It's dangerous stuff.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, like, I don't know if anybody's perished in border cross, but they certainly have done in, like, other, like, downhill events and things. So,
which we'll come to, in the next episode. There certainly have been.
Yeah,
deaths there. That's
how we're gonna bring the curtain down on this show. Downhill stuff, but
nice uplifting ending.
Yeah. Okay. So let's quickly change the tone. Do you want snowboard cross as a sport is quite new, not super new, but new.
Yeah, I mean it's actually a similar age to a lot of sort of X Games type sports. Skateboarding, snowboarding sort of started to be popularized as sports in, like, the 1980s, 1970s, 1980s, and this is no exception. It came out in the 1980s, but it only became a Winter Olympic event in 2006. So it is fairly new. That was the last time it was held in Italy, in Turin, in 2006. That was its debut. So yeah, not long ago, 20 years.
For sure. And that is obviously where our story is going to begin. We are going to be focusing on the story of Lindsey Jacobellis. For those who are familiar with Winter Olympics or X Games, will know who Lindsey Jacobellis is, because she is rather good at this event.
To say the least, yeah.
The most decorated female snowboard cross of all time, in fact.
Yeah, but is possibly more famous in Olympic circles, or certainly she was for many years, for what happened on her debut event. That is merely the start of a very, very long and wonderful story in this case.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look, when we say that she's really good and she's one of the most decorated of all time, let's put some meat on the bone. She has dominated for 2 decades, essentially. She's a 5-time world champion, a 10-time X Games champion. But as you quite rightly said, Jack, her relationship with the Olympics is complex and not exactly straightforward. The debut of the sport and the debut of the woman that has become the GOAT of this sport was 2006. And she won the silver medal, but that barely scratches at the surface of this story. Jeez.
It's a proper Olympic story. It's you tell these stories of near successes and of glorious failures. So often at the Olympics there's glorious failures. Well, you can argue this one's an inglorious failure. This is a demise of her own making, you could say.
You could say, geez. I mean, let's just start, right, let's tell this story, and then let's go back to Lindsey Jacobellis, the snowboarder, and where she came from, and then we'll talk about the redemption arc, because it is It is a great arc.
Quite the arc.
So as we say, 2006, Turin. She's making her first. She obviously makes her first Olympic final because it is the first Olympic final. And during that final, she's approaching the end of the course, and she's got a 43-meter lead, which sounds bigger than it is, to be fair, because they are traveling at quite a whack. So she's about 3 or 4 seconds ahead of Tanja Frieden of Switzerland, who's running in second place. There's already been some massive crashes. I think, in fact, Frieden might have crashed earlier on in the course, but gets up to continue and recovers into the silver medal position. Anyway, on the second to last jump, Jacobellis, basically on a victory lap, she must have thought, attempted a celebratory method grab, which is, for want of a better phrase for those of us that are uninitiated, is a tail grab, where she flicks the back of the board out to the side of her. It's a bit of a showboat, essentially. As she lands on the edge of her snowboard and completely piles in. Tanja Frieden just coasts past her for gold. Jacobellis recovers to get silver, but obviously, mate, I don't know if you've seen, we've show noted it, but the BBC commentary immortalizes this incident when he's just like, "Oh, drama! Jacobellis is down!" And then he fills in the gaps for a moment.
Of course I've seen it.
And then
I think I saw it live.
Yeah, well, it was beautiful, mate. I quote this all the time because as Tanja Frieden crosses the line, he basically goes full Braveheart and he goes, "Frieden! Frieden!" And it is so good.
I'm now going to play the actual commentary so people can compare it to what you've just done.
The Americans, drama! Jacobellis is down! Oh, look at her! This is incredible! Freedom! Freedom! Unbelievable! Lindsey Jacobellis has thrown a gold medal away in the last...
Mate, it is incredible. And
it's flawless, your impression.
It is an iconic Olympic moment for all the wrong reasons for Lindsey Jacobellis and all the right reasons for Tanja Frieden, who, by the way...
I know. It's incredible.
Do you want to tell Tanja Frieden's story?
Yeah.
Because she's interesting.
Well, it was her only major title, and what a time to do it in the first ever Olympic final of your sport. But she was a primary school teacher. She had a Norwegian flag in her pocket when she crossed the line in memory of her friend, a snowboarder named Lina Osfeldt, who sadly died in a training accident in 2004, aged only 25. She at the time, Osfeldt at the time, was the number 1 ranked border cross rider and an X Games champion. So, it was a big deal. She had retired previously, but she was back in training at that point in preparation for the 2006 Games. So obviously, a wonderful story that Frieden was able to go on and take the gold medal, but obviously left Jacobellis
heartbroken
as the fall guy in this particular story, sadly.
Yeah, and it's nice for Frieden because she's obviously able to sort of dedicate it to her friend. She never got a chance to defend it though because the Achilles injury forced her to retire just 3 weeks before Vancouver in 2010. So Frieden's story comes to quite an abrupt close, but a spectacular victory. Yeah, Jacobellis.
Incredible.
Jeez, yeah. Televised interviews afterwards, Jacobellis is crestfallen, and quite understandably, she sort of tried to style out the grab and say that it was, it was necessary for, stability, or she basically said it wasn't showboating.
Yeah, sure.
But to be fair, as the wound has healed, she sort of conceded that look, snowboarding is fun. I was having fun. I wanted to share enthusiasm. She was obviously excited, and she just cocked up.
Well, if she'd have nailed it, it would have been a fantastic way to win it. But,
yeah, exactly. Sure.
Everyone probably would have forgotten it by now, put it that way. And no one's forgotten this.
Yeah. Oh, mate. It's really funny because she, in 2007, I didn't know this until I started doing the research, but just, how sport is just sometimes cruel as much as it is kind. In 2007, in the Winter X Games, she lost the lead again in a fall near the finish line in the Snowboard Cross final of the end of the X Games. And so 2006, 2007, she passed up on titles from winning positions because of falls. I don't think in the X Games that she was showboating, but yeah, cruel symmetry, if you like, between the two of the sport's major events. Yeah.
But she quickly rectified that in the X Games, at least.
Oh, God, yeah.
Four consecutive gold medals in that from 2008 till 2011. So, yeah, X Games demons were very quickly exercised. But the Olympics, that took a little while longer.
Oh, my God, did it take a little while longer, mate. 2010, Vancouver, the one where Frieden can't defend her title. She failed to progress to the medal round. Basically, she went out in her semi-final race. She landed badly during a jump. To avoid another collision, she then went through a gate, resulting in an automatic disqualification. And then she actually ended up sliding off the course. And I think because it's a bit like Sevens snowboard cross as well. You also then have a race for positions. So once you're out, if you don't make the medal race, everyone goes into a playoff for the other positions. And she ended up finishing 5th in the standings in Vancouver and didn't even get a shot at a medal. So like the wait went on. She was the 2015 and 2017 world champ, but coming into bearing in mind like. She then goes to Sochi. 2014 is the next game. So obviously she's world champ in 2015 and 2017. But next Olympics is Sochi. She's leading her semi-final race when again she crashed and finished 7th in the overall standings. And this is what we mean. It's like 2010 you got unlucky. 2006 obviously you threw it away. Like fine. Who are we to judge these athletes? As you said, it's a young man, a young girl's game, young woman's game. So, young people make mistakes is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So,
she was 20 years old in 2006. On the one hand, she'd have been kicking herself. Of course she'd have been kicking herself. She'd have lived with that for a while, but probably come to terms with it by thinking, I've got plenty of time to rectify this mistake. But when it slipped through her grasp in 2010 and then 2014 again, that mistake in 2006 must be eating away at her more and more over the years.
Yeah.
And then 28 in Pyeongchang.
Did it get better? Did it? Like, I think this is probably the harshest one actually, because she made her second Olympic final. She's leading most of the way again, and look, there's a common theme here. The reason this woman is leading most of the way all the time is because she's so damn good. Like,
so she's winning everything else
exactly
for fun.
So she's leading most of the way, but. Snowboard cross is a weird sport. Like it's all about maintaining momentum off jumps and this, that, and the other. And literally, as the closing stages dawned, swelled to a crescendo, she sort of lost momentum. Some girls came from behind her with the wind in their sails, and she missed out on the podium by 0.003 of a second, finishing 4th. And
it's incredible. And bear in mind here, we've said it's a young person's game. She'd have been 32 when she missed out on that medal in Pyeongchang. She must have thought,
it's done.
Will I even get another chance here? Yeah, it's done.
Yeah. She might I put in the notes here, was she cursed?
Yeah.
And you'd be legitimately asking yourself that question. I mean, bearing in mind, where she came from. She started snowboarding because her family home burned down and all her ski kit got destroyed, and they couldn't afford to replace it all, so they just bought her a snowboard, and she was the only girl racing in snowboard cross when it started. In fact, obviously that probably weighed in her favour. You've spoken about this with women's football and girls playing with boys until a certain age and what have you. She credits that as having actually influenced how she approached the sport and sort of toughening her up and making her stronger and this, that, and the other. And obviously
to a point to prove every time you strap on.
Yeah. And to go through all of that, do everything that you've done, in the X Games, in the World Championships, so on and so forth, and to just keep getting rotten luck, you would think you're cursed, I think.
Yeah. And then, just to put some context as well, in 2022, she doesn't retire. She keeps working hard. She keeps doing well in events outside the Olympics, aims for that next Olympic Games in Beijing in 2022. She was 36 years old at the time. No American woman had ever won a Winter Olympic gold at the age of 36 or older. There was a mountain already to climb. She was about to make her 5th appearance, which tied the record for American women at the Winter Olympics. As I say, it is rare that you go to multiple Winter Olympics because of the strain it takes on your body, because lots of sports are a young person's game. She tied that record as well. So to say she was up against it in 2022, I mean, she's still very talented, all this pressure, all the weight of expectation, and the years of failure behind her.
Yeah,
there's some context for you.
No, mate, it's wild. This is the arc of this story. Everyone knows where we're coming from here. There's a big old run up. So, like, 5th Olympic Games, and finally, mate. And maybe it was exactly what you said. Maybe it's because she had all those years of experience and hurt behind her, and maybe also because she was of her age. People sort of wrote her off, and she was maybe a bit more of an underdog. So these small things count sometimes. And then obviously you sprinkle in a bit of a good fortune, which had deserted her in previous editions, and
you need it.
Yeah, and then and what happens is you win 2 gold medals, not just 1.
Yeah, yeah. I said that no American woman of 36 or older had won an Olympic gold medal. Well, she broke that record, and then it lasted precisely 2 days because she went out and broke it again 2 days later with her partner Nick Baumgartner. They won the mixed team snowboard cross, which is fun.
Yeah.
Didn't even know that existed.
It's a bit like...
Must have missed that last time round.
It's a more exciting version of the mixed 4x4 100-metre relay that they do these days in athletics.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's cool. But, a 16-year hunt.
That's crazy.
For 1.
In that...
And then you get 2.
You wait all... It's like buses, isn't it? You wait all day and then 2 come along at once. But her and Baumgartner, and this is a stat that'll make you feel old, Ben. They were the only riders in the entire field who were born in the 1980s.
Brutal.
Everyone else was 90s, or, I wouldn't even bet against. Well, no, there will be some in the 2000s because it was 2022. So, yeah. Anyone's born in the 80s.
But this is, mate, it is a really cool personal journey, isn't it? This one, the Jacobellis story.
Yeah.
And yeah, like it had the right ending. Like sometimes,
it did.
You're not disappointed to see certain characters not end up prevailing. In this instance, I think anybody who had paid even passing attention to the story of Lindsey Jacobellis would not have begrudged her finally completing the set with an Olympic gold. And
becoming a Winter Olympic legend as well, because she's the only female snowboarder ever to have won 2 gold medals at a single Olympics. No one else has done that. She genuinely was considering going again in 2026, but she's decided not to. She's going to be doing some commentary for NBC instead. She is 40 years old, so I fear that. And she became a mother last year as well in July 2025, had a daughter called Isla. Oh, so nice. other priorities now. So
yeah.
She was very keen to stress, though, that this isn't a retirement. This is just a slight change of focus.
No,
but if you're listening in America and you stick on NBC, you'll be able to hear her commentary instead, and her expertise, I'm sure.
I was going to say, if you will not find many people who can speak with an expertise and a life experience that can articulate the technical, the emotional, the physical of a sport than Lindsey Jacobellis. I mean, I love the mirroring, the 2006 like heartbreak being the first one and the glory in the last one, and there being a big gap and then everything in between.
Well, you say the last one. Let's not rule out a comeback in 2030.
44 years of age.
Well, why not?
Why not?
Why not? You've won it all. Doesn't matter whether you win or lose.
Well, you've got nothing to prove.
Yeah, I mean, she knows what winning feels like, and she knows what losing in almost any single manner you can possibly think of feels like. So, yeah, be well worth a listen.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's an insight into how chaotic border cross can be. Ski cross can be just as chaotic. I mean, there was a wonderful, I can't even remember if it was a final or one of the heats. It may have been one of the heats in a ski cross edition where everyone fell over the finish line, and so the photo finish is them all upside down, skis in the air, just reaching for the line because I think they're marked by their wrist or like their knuckles or something. I don't know. It's a point on their hand.
You gotta love sport.
But mate, did you know, like
you just got to.
You touching on it there, and it's just another bit of evidence to support our theory that if you ever wrote it, no one would believe you. That's not getting made into a Hollywood movie unless it's true.
No, exactly, and that's the wonderful thing about the Olympics. As we said over and over in these episodes, it's even more wacky than Hollywood sometimes.
I agree, mate. And maybe the final thing to say about border cross, just so that people don't miss out on it in the Olympics, is that it's a very concertinaed event. It is race after race after race after race because they're quick. So I think it maybe even completes in the day. If it doesn't complete in the day, it's certainly only over a couple of days. So like once it gets going, just tune in. Otherwise, blink and you'll miss it. It will be done. But if you do catch it, you will get race after race after race, and a couple of them will be spectacular.
Yeah, stick it in your calendars. Well worth taking it all in. Cool.
Yeah, shall we leave the penultimate episode there and get ready to discuss downhill skiing?
I mean, is there a more quintessential Winter Olympic event than downhill skiing?
Blue ribbon, mate.
I would say not. Blue, absolutely. It's like the 100 metres, isn't it?
It is.
Can't wait.
Yeah. Right, well, looking forward to that. So catch you on the next one.
Catch you on the next one, the final one, just preceding the opening ceremony. You'll have to see it. I'm buzzing. Can't wait.
Bye, mate.
See ya. Thank you for joining us for our Winter Olympic series. If you enjoyed what you've heard, please tell a friend about it. We'll be covering everything from speed skating to snowboarding, from ice hockey to figure skating, and much more. There really is something for everyone. Once you've done that, please give us a like, a subscribe, a share or a comment, and tune in for the rest of the series or for one of our 40-odd other episodes on the sporting world as well. Our theme tune is Oh Yeah by Harmonia Productions. You can find us on Blue Sky and Instagram at The Sporting Almanac. Thanks for listening, and we hope you enjoy the games as much as we certainly will. From both of us, goodbye for now.